Guiding question 2, I decided to do the Make Me a Playlist project again, and I'm doing it in video form again, so here are the 5 songs. The first song I chose is a song that has changed over time for me, and that song is Jocelyn Flores by XXXTentacion. And I chose it because it went from a song I used to love to a song I hate and I just cringe about when I think about how much I used to like it. One of the reasons I went from loving it to hating it was I just have one really just terrible memory attached to it, and that was when I was 15. My family, we were going to visit my brother in college, so we were staying at a hotel, and then within the same hour, I experienced my first heartbreak, and then what overshadowed that by a mile was, I heard the news that my one of my close friends' dad has died unexpectedly, and not only that, but he was also my baseball coach for 6 years, the last 6 years of my life, and we had a really close bond, and it just hit me like an avalanche of just pain. And I remember, so we were in the hotel room, I didn't have my own room, so I went to the little bathroom, and I sat there for 2 hours listening to the whole 17 by X, the whole album that Jocelyn Flores is on, for like 2 hours. It's only a 20-minute album, so I listened to it like 6 times in a row. And by the end of it, I just felt worse than I did at the beginning. It didn't help me at all. It just put me in a darker place, and I can't stand it. Like, this memory has just ruined the song for me completely now. I can't listen to it without going back there and just thinking how stupid I was for trying to just cope with this song that is just was so bad for me. And that, plus the fact that X is a pretty terrible person in his real life, I just can't listen to this song anymore. I can't listen to it at all. It was my 6th most listened to song in 2017, so I used to really love it, and now I can't listen to it without being back in a place I don't want to ever be in again. So the next song I chose fits into the category of the lyrics, how I didn't listen to the lyrics at first and now I do, and it's changed it a lot for me. So I was born into a classic rock family. My dad loves classic rock, my mom loves it, and I've listened to a lot of Pix 106, the rock station around here. And so one song they play a lot is Landslide by Fleetwood Mac. And as a kid, I loved it because it sounded great. How could you not love it? And as I grow older, I've started actually listening to the lyrics more and more, and I like it more with each passing year. And I know it sounds a little rich coming from an 18-year-old kid, like, oh, wow, every year I love it more and more. But it's true, and I don't think it's ever really going to stop, because it's a time that just ages beautifully. My favorite line from the song is, "But time makes you bolder, even children go older," and I'm getting older too. And just coming from being a child just a couple years ago, I love the sentiment that how time changes people and children don't stay young forever, and it's a beautiful thing, and no one can stop the landslide of changes that time brings with growing older. Another line that's beautiful for me is, "Well, I've been afraid of changing because I've built my life around you." And the way I interpret it for my life is how I've kind of just built my life around, my mom. She provides me with a house, with food, and I'm scared of leaving that all behind. I'm scared of that change. It's just, Landslide's just a song. It's littered with beautiful lyrics, and hearing Stevie Nicks just sing beautifully, "Can I handle the seasons of my life?" And she just ponders how life changes, and I love that she uses seasons because it's cyclical, and how once you get over one hump, it's not going to be gone forever. Once winter's over, there's going to be snow on the ground again in 9 months. And that is just, I love just that writing right there. It's a beautiful instrumental, and when you add the lyrics to it, Landslide, it's something special. The third song I chose it kind of fits the lyrics department and also the tap into a specific emotion department. And that is "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay" by Otis Redding. I mean, it's an all-time classic. Everybody knows this song, and for good reason. No other song ever in the world captures the same feeling that this song captures. Just like Landslide, you always love the instrumental, and then when you grow up and you listen to the lyrics, it takes the whole song to another level. I don't even know the right words to describe what emotions and the feelings the song represents, but when you hear it, I feel like everyone just gets it. That's what makes it so special. It's just, you can't describe it with anything but just, hey, listen to the song. But I'm gonna try anyway. The line, "I'm sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. These 2,000 miles I roam just to make this dock my home." That just makes, the song is just about loneliness. But to me, it's kind of about being at peace with your loneliness, just accepting it. like, the character is very clearly sad. He says, "I've got nothing to live for. Looks like nothing's gonna come my way." But the song always leaves me with hope more than anything else, more than being sad or anything. And what I think sells, like, that feeling of hope for me more than anything else is just the whistling at the end of the song. Something about that melody just makes you think no matter how bad things are, like, I'm here right now. It's gonna be okay. Like, he has nothing to live for. All he does is he sits on the dock, he wastes his time, he watches the waves, but then he just has that beautiful whistle at the end, and just, you can't match it. No, there's no covers you can do with the song. You shouldn't try, because you can't match that whistle at the end where it just, like, it ties the whole thing together. So the fourth song I chose for this, it represents my interpersonal communication style, and that song is Pigs on a Wing Part 2 by Pink Floyd. And this is just kind of like a little interlude-ish song on the Animals album, but I think it's potent enough, like the lyrics, and I think it deserves to be here because it really represents how I communicate with the people I care about. And so the line, you know that I care what happens to you, and I know that you care for me too, is a perfect encapsulation of my communication style. A lot of things end up going unsaid because it's hard for me to just say it all over and over again, although sometimes I do. And the same with other people. They don't always have to tell me that they care for me, because a lot of times it can go unsaid. I know. We don't have to let each other know every second of every day. And so, like, my friends and family, you know, my friends are my brothers, my family's my brothers, my sisters, and all that. It goes without saying that I love them and I care about them. We always got each other's backs. And it says, now that I've found somewhere safe to bury my bone. Everything people tell me is safe. If you want to bury your bone with me, 100% safe all the time. No questions asked. If you ever need any kind of help, you need to dump some information, perfect. You need to just vent, I'm the perfect place for it. And the song doubly works too, because all my friends, and we all call ourselves a bunch of dogs sometimes, and the song says, any fool knows a dog needs a home. So it's just kind of like all my friends, we all know we need a home, and that home is with each other. So the last song I chose for this project, it represents an emotion. And that song is Shoota by Lil Uzi Vert and Playboi Carti. And it needed to be here. It's the very first song I thought of. And I cannot explain how much this song just represents hype. Like, if I'm ever hanging out with my boys and I hear Lil Uzi on the aux declaring, now it's my time, I get hype. It's involuntary. It's hard for me right now to just sit here and talk about it without just getting up and just screaming the song. Like, when Shoota comes on the aux, it's not an accident. It's somebody's time. It's just a beautiful time to be alive. It's undeniably somebody's time. And it's hard for me even explain just how awesome, like, how much it represents hype with just talking. It's the definitive song to play when it's your time, whatever that means for you. A lot of times, if you just shot your shot with a girl and you made it, now it's your time. Now you're playing Shoota. The beat just carries it so. The beat is just so, it just builds up the entire song. You just get more and more hype with every second. And then Uzi says, now it's my time. And then it's just, I can't explain how just hyped this song is. If you walk into the car and Shoota's playing, I know good news is coming. I know someone's telling me something fantastic. Someone play Shoota has become a catchphrase with us, because if you're having a good day or you're having some good news, someone needs to play Shoota, because now it's your time. It is it should be universally recognized as the hype song, and there's not even a close second anywhere. If you play, it's just the best song to listen to when you're hype.